Thank you, Andrea. Can you hear me? Super. Excellent. Always a smart aleck.
Yeah.
Every room. Weeks ago, I thought, first Sunday of the new year, only hopeful poems. Only hopeful poems today.
Yes.
And then yesterday happened. Geez, it's just like I stepped on a flaming bag of dog poop. So I'm going to start off with a poem from 1934 by Bertolt Brecht. Not the whole of it, not all of it, but most of it. The Regime as Artist. This might sound familiar. A great deal of money has been spent for the construction of palaces and stadiums. In this, the regime is like a young artist who is not afraid to go hungry to make his name famous. However, the hunger of the regime is not afraid, the hunger of the regime is not afraid of the hunger of others, namely the people. Like an artist, the regime has access to all kinds of supernatural strength. Without being told a thing, it knows everything. It never was trained for what it does. It never learned anything. Its education is rather deficient, though in a magical way is capable of taking part and regulating everything, even things it doesn't comprehend. The amazing thing about artists is their ingenuity. If one listens to the regime's descriptions of existing conditions, you can say how ingenious they are. Artists have only contempt for economics, and the regime is well known for its contempt of economics. Of course, it has some rich patrons, and like every artist, it lives on money it borrows. Okay.
Wow. That was 1932.
Yes, 1934. Now,
32 or 30.
that was 1934.
34.
Now on to the hopeful poems. And as I put this together, I thought I needed to come out swinging, so this is also a poem by somebody else. This is a poem by Kim Stafford, which is, and it's a favorite of mine. He wrote it just recently, I think, in the last 2 years at least. For the bird singing before dawn. For some people presume to be hopeful when there is no evidence for hope, to be happy when there is no cause. Let me say now, I am with them. In deep darkness on a cold twig in a dangerous world. One first little fluff lets out a peep, a warble, a song. Then everyone starts bustling about. I'm sorry. I skipped a stanza. Then in a little while, behold, the first glimmer comes, then a glow filters through the misty trees, then the bold sun rises, then everyone starts bustling about. And that first crazy optimist, can we forgive her for thinking dawn by dawn? Hey, I made that happen. And oh, life is so fine. I'm going to read just 3 of my poems here. And I wanted to start off with a love poem called Sentimental Walk. This is after a piece of music, inspired by a piece of music by Schoenhertz and Scott. It's just the way it is sometimes. On Liberty Street, downtown. January, with rain uncertainly falling. In the evening, with people going, heads covered, hurrying. We walk like a saxophone solo, reverberating unhurried amble of notes, one following into the next, step by step. Past See's Candies, past the remains of the mall, past Liberty Plaza, past straight from New York Pizza and the Reed Opera House, frozen in time. We walk with thoughts, two sets that sometimes adjust to the metronome of our steps, play for a time, and then improvise again. Off and separate, harmoniously dissonant. One of us leans in. The other does not move back. It's raining on Liberty Street and cold. We might as well be Parisians. Hand in hand in sepia tone image, anticipating a kiss that will surely come. This is another poem that's inspired by music. I suppose it's a phrastic, if you know what a phrastic poem is, a phrastic poem. This is called Blumenthal number 6. It's inspired by Blumenthal, by Ulrich Schnaus. At some point, the needle will leave the dial. That delicious weight of gravity will be lifted from you. At some point, elegies turn into odes, or maybe it's sad songs that shake themselves off like a dog in from the rain, noses a loved one's leg before tiredly walking away, tail wagging, and lying in front of a heater vent. At some point, it's time to tell the story of your life, but you can't, because it's unfinished and in need of editing. All the winters that were terrible have become glamorous. The crippling snowfalls are postcards. The colicky baby is now grown and beautiful as she walks out the front door. Who knows, for the last time. Or the second to last time. Or the third, or just another time. Just another in a series of warm hellos and goodbyes, of Thanksgivings and Christmases, each stacked up next to the next to the last, marching backwards until you can't remember them anymore. They sit at the back of your mind, like a needleless dial, lighter than anything you've ever touched. Sit next to the memory of the dog, waiting for a roving electron to wake them up. Okay, this is the last one I have for you. I had a book that came out during COVID called November Reconsidered, and this is a poem from that book. It's a kind of a journey, this book, from the very beginning of the day until the end of the day. And as such, the poems are named a little bit strangely. This is called In the Dark, 5:30 a.m., Friday, November 1st, 2019. I'll not worry of beginnings, nor fret of endings. Instead, under a sincere ceiling, beneath unseen sky of angry, exhausted clouds, breathe. Simply breathe. Inhale deeply into the belly, through the nose, bringing air keenly into the lower lobes of the lungs. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, exhale through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the out breath, the abdomen will sink back into the spine. Be aware of the ribs. Experience the rib cage expanding and contracting with each deep breath. This is everything. Air in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Air out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's nothing else. Just lugs and air and breath and pneuma. And maybe if you're lucky, gratitude. There is time later in the day for anxiety, its rigors and defeats, its stalemates and sillinesses, the people with agendas and the agendas with people, its own counting in base 30 and eating and worry and the myriad distractions. Breathe. This continual motion of the body, rarely considered from infant to adulthood, aeolaing air into your body, oraing it out again, lungs and ribs and muscles and diaphragms, at least 8 different things happen to move air into a complex chemical reaction, and another 8 steps to exhale. And they get it. Sorry. Every day, every moment, without fail. It's amazing. Amazing when you think about it. Every cell needs oxygen, and they get it, a regular supply. And the air in this room has been breathed 100 times, 1,000,000. Might be time to open up a window. After this time for pregnant silences and griefs, there's time for lanyarded hellos and speculative goodbyes. Time. In this moment, before everything that will follow in 2026, scripted and unscripted, there is breath. Breathe. Just breathe. Thank you very much.